Paddling 26 miles through one of Europe's busiest shipping lanes isn't most people's idea of fun. But it's exactly what college lecturer Glenn Eldridge and policeman Guy Blackford did recently. They were attempting to break the current record of 4 hours and 20 minutes for paddling from Land's End, the most southwesterly point in the British Isles, to the Isles of Scilly, some 26 miles to the west. I was lucky enough to be invited along to document their trip. I'm dropped off at Penzance Harbour, where I wait for the support boat, a rig generously provided by the King Harry Ferry Company, while Glenn and Guy head off to Fenn to launch.
You ready?
The plan is for Glenn and Guy to meet us at Longship's Lighthouse, near Land's End, saving us the trouble of negotiating the tricky rocks around Fenn. The support boat arrives and we make our way around the Penwith Peninsula to our Longship's Lighthouse rendezvous point. Meanwhile, Glenn and Guy launch from a placid, barely light Fenn Cove.
I hope this pad works, Guy, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to sit for a week.
Some communication hiccups lead to a bit of trouble finding the pair. No matter to them, they're making good time and the weather, at this stage, is playing ball. We eventually hook up with them, and they're not hanging about, and luckily heading in the right direction too. With the islands being out of sight for the pair at this stage, we travel just ahead of them, providing a much needed marker point in one of Europe's busiest shipping lanes. We've passed the halfway stage with less than 2 hours gone, but just as things seem to be going really well, the wind, in contradiction to the forecast, veers from the favourable northeast towards a westerly headwind. Obviously this isn't great news, but while it remains just a breeze, the record attempt is still well within their reach. The islands are in clear view now, but there's trouble at mill. Energy levels are visibly fading. There's still plenty of time left, but if the pair carry on at this rate, the record could slip from their grasp. Did they go too fast too soon? The pair have dug deep and are back on track. They reached land at 2 minutes past 10, meaning they made the journey in 3 hours and 39 minutes, shaving over half an hour off the previous record. After giving him a chance to catch his breath, I got the lowdown from Glenn on how he felt the day went and what his motivation is.
You know, ever since a young boy, I've been in the sea, surfing, I worked on the beach as a lifeguard. Same with Guy as well, and we've always been in the sea. And so, going to do a challenge like this, when you look out off the beach and you've got to head to the horizon, you can't see any land. It kind of it steals nerves a little bit. It's like, right, I've got to be able to do this now, and it's a good test. You know, your water skills of fitness, and it is quite enjoyable. Maybe not all the way through the trip across, but most of the trip was quite enjoyable.